Welcome to Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Nintendo again because they keep on screwing up. Now, if you're a Nintendo fan, please don't take this personal, but you're backing a company that doesn't really care about you, doesn't care about the gamers anymore. It's not the Nintendo that we grew up with. This Nintendo is trying to be like the big bad corporation that Microsoft was back in the day. Now they're nickel and diming you for everything, and it gets even worse. Nintendo has announced that they're raising the prices for the Switch 1 and the accessories in Canada. Right now it's only in Canada. They always get screwed up there. But, eventually we know it's going to trickle down to the United States and the rest of the world. Now, the cynical side of me believes that Nintendo is doing this because they know and they see the writing on the wall. And that's that the Nintendo Switch 2 is not the console that everyone wanted it to be. And through word of mouth, a lot of people are unhappy with it and saying they should not buy it, not at least right now. It has no games. It has a bunch of games that aren't even on cartridges. They're expensive. I mean, the list just goes on. So, I think the reason why they're raising their prices on the Switch 1 is so that people can go to the store, look at the Switch 1 and Switch 2, see that the Switch 2 is only a few bucks more, and so might as well buy the Switch 2. Because if regular people, go to the store right now and they have the option to buy a Switch at a cheaper price than it is right now, or a Switch 2, given what it offers, people are going to pick up the Switch 1. They're not going to pick up the Switch 2. If they can save like hundreds of dollars, not only on the console, but on games. I mean, why would they want to choose the Switch 2? Just because the Switch Pro? Because the graphics are slightly better? Performance is slightly better? For $600 when you include a game? Come on now. Like, seriously, me as a gamer, if I didn't have a Switch and I went to the store, I saw a regular Switch for $200, $150, the Switch Lite, a OLED for $250, or a Switch 2 for $600 when you include tax? Hell no. When you look at the games that they offer, hell no. And Nintendo sees that. So that's the reason why they're raising their prices. There's no other reason to raise them right now. Traditionally, all these game consoles and stuff, when they're last generation, even though Nintendo was like last generation, they would be cheaper as the new console went out. They would try to get rid of the stock. Eventually, stop production and just switch to the new console. But like I said, these days, people aren't upgrading the way that they were all the damn time before because the graphical leap and the performance leap is nonsensical. It's not even, you can't even see it sometimes with the naked eye when it comes to the Switch and the Switch 2. So why upgrade? Especially right now, no games. So I seriously think that the reason why they're going to be raising the prices on last generation hardware, especially right now, not during tariffs, not during all this, uncertainty in the marketplace. Right now, when the Switch 1 should be phasing out and the Switch 2 should be ramping up, doing the opposite. Now, they could just be doing it just to screw you because that's what Nintendo does now. They figured people are going to buy our products either way, so might as well raise the prices. But like I said, the cynical part of me is looking at this and I believe that they're doing it because regular people, especially if they drop the price on the Switch 1, would rather just pick up a Switch 1, maybe pick up a Switch 2 5 years down the road, if that, when they have games to actually play on the system. So I don't know. It's crazy times, man. It's like we're living in a bizarre world where all these console systems just keep on raising prices. It's like, what is that? Like, what are they even thinking? Like, do they think people are going to be like, oh yeah, let me go pay more for stuff that used to cost cheaper? Just out of stubbornness, I would pass on this because it's like they're trying to rip me off. They're trying to rip you off. And if you don't see that, I don't know what to say, guys. What do you have to say about this? Seriously. Like, why do you think that they're raising their prices on the old last gen? Especially when they have a new console out. Seriously, why? There's only two reasons. Either they want to nickel and dime you and raise their prices because they know that you guys will pay, and they're using all the world instability as an excuse. Or they're afraid that the Switch 2 isn't going to sell in the same rate that the Switch 1 sold. And they're afraid there might be a Wii 2 situation going on. Like I said, people would rather choose a cheaper console when it comes to the Switch. Anyways, that's what my thoughts are. I'm going to leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, always be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace. What? Really? You can't go outside. You already went outside this morning. That's Dylan asking me to go outside. But every morning when I wake up, she goes outside with the rest of the cats. They spend a good time out there while I enjoy my coffee. I feed the outside strays as well. So between now and I go do my stuff, they're going to be meowing, meowing to go outside. But trust me, they've been outside. See you guys on the next one. Peace.